Good morning, this is Deepak from New York City, and today I want to address one of the questions that's very important, and it's a chapter in my book, You Are the Universe, and that particular chapter addresses what is called the fine-tuning problem. Why is the universe fine-tuned for mind and life? Once again, why is the universe fine-tuned for mind and life? And if so, what does it mean on a practical level for us? This is an important subject in my new book, which I've written with the physicist Menas Kafatos. And the book, once again, is called You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self and Why It Matters. So first of all, let's discuss what we mean by fine-tuning. Okay? So here is what we mean. Some basic facts, okay? At the time of the Big Bang, the number of particles created was slightly more than the number of antiparticles. There were 1 billion plus particles for every billion antiparticles. So just a slight imbalance. The particles and the antiparticles collided with each other. They annihilated each other, filling the universe with photons. In kind of a metaphorically, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Because of the initial imbalance, there were a few particles left after the annihilation, and these created what we know as the material world. You and I and the rest of the universe, including all the stars and the galaxies, are part of a 1 in a billion leftover stuff from the moment of creation. Amazing, isn't it? Number 2, the total number of particles left over was 10 to the power of 80. That means 1 followed by 80 zeros. If the number of particles was even slightly greater, the gravitational force would have been greater than the energy expansion, and the young universe would have rapidly collapsed in on itself to form one huge black hole, which would mean no me, no you, no stars, no galaxies. Number 3, if the number of particles were even slightly less, the universe would have expanded so fast that there would have been no time for the galaxies to form as they did. Number 4, if the mass of the neutron was 0.2% less than its actual value, protons would have rapidly decayed into neutrons and no atoms would ever have been formed, which again means no you, no me. Number 5, the first atoms were hydrogen. If the strong force that holds the nucleus of an atom were even a fraction % weaker, deuterium, a stage that hydrogen passes before becoming helium, would not have occurred, and the universe would have remained pure hydrogen. Number 6, if on the other hand the nuclear forces were even a fraction stronger, all the hydrogen would have burned rapidly, leaving no fuel for the stars. Number 7, it needed the gravitational forces to be exactly the strength they were, the electromagnetic forces and the electron to be exactly as they were, not a fraction more or a fraction less, for stars to evolve into supernova and then for heavy atoms to develop, the atoms that make up your body, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, etc. Number 8, the development of carbon and oxygen, essential for the creation of biological organisms, required many such precise coincidences or synchronicities to occur and to continue to occur from the moment of the Big Bang. Okay, and finally, when you and I were conceived, there were 250 million sperm competing with each other for one egg, one ovum. One of them made it, That's you, and that's me, and that's all of us. So now, if you kind of put together these facts, it's very obvious that the universe is very fine-tuned for life and mind. So when I was at my debate with the famous militant atheist Richard Dawkins, and I quoted Freeman Dyson as saying that consciousness underlies the universe from atom to galaxy, he was very upset. He said, Freeman Dyson should sue you. And so I wrote to Freeman Dyson, and he sent me an email, and he copied Dr. Dawkins on it, and he said, 3 riddles have confused all my life. One is the universe fine-tuned for mind and life. The second is the random movement of atoms. And the third is our own consciousness. And he said that I don't know the answers to these riddles, but the fact is that in my mind they seem to be connected. The fine-tuning of the universe, the random movement of atoms, or actually use the word unpredictable, because unpredictable doesn't mean they're inherently random. It just means that we don't know what's going on. And so that, and then of course our own consciousness. A very wise statement which says we don't really know why the universe is so precisely tuned from 14 billion years ago in order that you and I can have this conversation. So one school of thought calls this the anthropic principles, and there are many versions of that, weak anthropic, strong anthropic, etc. But basically it says that we are here because the universe was precisely fine-tuned so that we are here. So in my mind and many other people's mind, that implies a cosmic consciousness as the heart of creation. A cosmic consciousness that conceives, governs, constructs, and actually becomes the universe. Maria says there is harmony in the universe. Yeah, this is the precise, mathematically fine-tuned harmony in the universe. One song, one song. So, what does this mean? Well, it means that it is quite likely that a non-local means not in space-time, a non-local consciousness conceives, governs, constructs, and actually becomes the universe. And so that universe, of course, contains the activity that is called the body-mind, and we are the activity of the universe through which the universe can be experiencing itself. So in many wisdom traditions, that consciousness is called spirit, and our consciousness is called soul. And then that is what is experiencing mind, body, and universe at the same time. And so the soul is like a drop in the ocean of consciousness. The soul is a little drop in the vast ocean of consciousness. But by getting in touch with our soul, our core consciousness, our being, our core identity, we ultimately connect with the consciousness in which the whole universe is being experienced, including our own body-mind at this moment. This is important. So what does it mean on a practical level? On a practical level, it means that at the most fundamental level of our being, we are directly connected to the intelligence of the universe. that our own inner intelligence is the ultimate and supreme genius that mirrors the wisdom of the universe. And by getting in touch with that part of ourself, which is not our mind, but beyond the mind, beyond the secret passages in the dark alleys of the mind, beyond the ghost-filled attics of memory and desire, there is a being. That being is the stillness, the space between your thoughts. And when through various types of meditation we get in touch with that being, then we have access to the intelligence of the universe, which then expresses itself as intuition, insight, creativity, and the evolutionary impulse of the universe in this activity and the big activity that we call the universe. If that's so, then the highest intelligence is available to us in our own being. So to conclude this morning's talk, this conversation, I'm going to read something to you from the Rig Veda, which is a very ancient text that goes back many thousands of years ago in India. And basically it's asking the spirit to emanate through us and to express itself in all our thoughts and all our speech and all our emotions and all our actions in the world. So this is a hymn of the Rig Veda which says, make the spirit your internal reference point, and that will set you free. Although my spirit may wander the four corners of the earth, let it come back to me again, so that I may live and journey here. Although my spirit may go far away over the sea, let it come back to me again, so that I may live and journey here. Although my spirit may go far away to the flashing beams of light, let it come back to me again, so that I may live and journey here. Although my spirit may go far away to visit the sun and dawn, let it come back to me again, so that I may live and journey here. Although my spirit may go far away over the lofty mountains, let it come back to me again, so that I may live and journey here. Although my spirit may go far away into all forms that live and move, let it come back to me again, so that I may live and journey here. Although my spirit may go far away to distant realms, let it come back to me again, so that I may live and journey here. Although my spirit may go far away to all that is and is to be, let it come back to me again, so that I may live and journey here. Although my spirit may wander in the valley of death, let it come back to me again, so that I may live and journey here. So this is from the Rig Veda, I think from the 10th mandala. And basically somebody asked here, is this the Akashic field? Yes, it is. It is the 0 point energy field, but I would go beyond that and I would say this is the 0 point consciousness field. And if you take all the energy and all the forces of the universe and you put them together, what you get is zero. The zero that becomes almost an infinity of forms and phenomena, the alpha and the omega. So I hope this was helpful and therefore reinforces that just in being, we are the highest intelligence of the universe. Just in being, we are the highest intelligence of the universe. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.